Warriors NRL fanatics, welcome back to the YouTube channel. But before getting into my NRL semi-finals tips, if you haven't already done so, I highly recommend that you make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel down below. Click that red subscribe button down below because it shows your support for the content and videos that I do, and it really does help out the channel a lot, and it means the world, and it's much appreciated as well. And yeah, the goal is to get to 2k subscribers by the start of next season, and we're getting very close to the 1,300 subscriber mark. So make sure you also don't forget to like the video as well, click the thumbs up on the video, and click the bell so you don't miss a notification when I go live on the channel next or when I upload a new video. But without that out of the way now, let's get into the tips for this week's games. So on to Friday now. Friday the 16th of September sees the Parramatta Eagles taking on the Canberra Raiders, and it's at CommBank Stadium in Western Sydney. Kicks off at 7:50 PM Australia time, 9:50 PM New Zealand time. It's live on Channel 9, KO and Foxtel in Australia, and Sky Sports in New Zealand. Now, the winner of this game will go through to week 3 to take on the North Queensland Cowboys in Townsville next week. And the loser, obviously, their season will be over. Now, look into last week's games for both of these sides. Well, the Raiders went down to Melbourne, and they really took it to the Melbourne Storm, and they got the win, which, look, to me, was a bit of a surprise, you know. Although the Raiders have beaten the Melbourne Storm early in the season, in the regular season, look, I didn't expect the Raiders to do it twice, you know. I really was surprised by the way, you know, they went down there and got the result. But, look, the Raiders don't seem to fear Melbourne, so maybe it was, you know, sort of not a shock at the end of the day, but fair play to the Raiders. It was a good performance by them to get a result over there in Melbourne. And look, for the Eels, look, although it looked very close against the Penrith Panthers in that first half, I think the thing that really let the Eels down was the errors, their completion rate, and a couple of missed tackles in some of the tries they let in. And they let Nathan Cleary dictate terms in that game. So, look, although the biggest loss for them was Mitchell Moses coming off with that head knock concussion, which is a bit of a concern going into this game. But look, for me, obviously, you know, the Eagles will want to be a lot better than they were in that game, particularly in this one against the Raiders. And Mitchell Moses being named to play in this game. Does he play? We shall wait and see. We won't know until, you know, probably a couple of hours before kickoff. But look, fingers crossed for the Eels that he does play, because he's such a key player and he's really important to the side in terms of their, you know, well, the way they play. So, look, for me, who am I tipping this game? Well, I'm going to go with the Parramatta Eagles to win. I will not be surprised if the Canberra Raiders get up here, because one, if you look at the Parramatta Eels record in finals and semi-finals under Brad Arthur, it's not great at all, and I think this game will get, you know, Parramatta fans very nervous about what's going to happen in this one, because, you know, the Eels, look, really, to be completely honest, they should win this and they should go through to week 3, but that lingering record that the Eels have in semi-finals, you know, it can be, you know, it can take a little bit of an effect in the mindset as well. So, look, I'm going Eels to win. Eels by 10 here, and anytime try scorers, I'm going to go with Seago to score 2, Marcus Seago to score a double. I'll go with Dylan Brown to score a try, and for the Canberra Raiders, I'm going to go Hudson Young, who's again been in some great try scoring record over the past couple of weeks, and he will score in this one. And also, I'll go with Xavier Savage, and I'll go with Jack Wyden to score. I reckon Jack Wyden will score a try in this one as well. So, Eels to win by 10, and they will progress to week 3 to take on the Cowboys. On to Saturday, the 17th of September, it sees the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Allianz Stadium in Sydney, and this kicks off at 8 p.m. Australia time, 10 p.m. New Zealand time. Look, the sports bet prices have the Cronulla Sharks $1.95 and the South City Rabbitohs $1.85. Cronulla Sharks, well, boy, they're coming off a very tough game against the Cowboys last week. Went for 90 minutes, could not be separated in regular time, then could not be separated in extra time. Then we went to Golden Point, and the Cowboys won that by just a 2-point field goal. So, look, the Sharks, they will be disappointed with that loss in the first week of the finals. I mean, look, they did not play terribly at all. I thought their performance was great. Nicholas Hines had a good game. For the Rabbitohs, well, look at the Rabbitohs, another team which had a very tough encounter against the Sydney Roosters last week. Although that game did not go for extra time, Golden Point, it was still a physical match nonetheless. But it was a good win by the Rabbitohs. Latrell Mitchell had a great game. Cody Walker, Lachlan Ilias, Cameron Murray was outstanding. Look, the Rabbitohs do come into this game with a couple plays suspended as well, missing the likes of Tom Burgess. But for me, look, who am I going to tip? Again, this is one of the most hardest games to call of this week. And, look, I reckon the South Sydney Rabbitohs, I really reckon they can win this. I'll go Rabbitohs by 4. Rabbitohs by 4. And the anytime try scorers, I am going to go Alex Johnston to score a double. I'm going to go with Lachlan Ilias to score a try. Throwing him as a roughie. As for the Sharks, look, I am looking for Ronaldo Mulitalo to score a try. And I am going to go with William Kennedy. And I will go with Sophia Talakai to cross over. So, Rabbitohs to win. Big call here. I know it's a massive call to make, saying that the Sharks will go out in week 2 after finishing second spot on the ladder. But I reckon the Bunnies can do it. I just think they're going to take some confidence after last week's game. And I think they can do it. So, Rabbitohs to win for me in this one. But, guys, that wraps up my tips for the semi-finals. Let me know who you're tipping for this week's games down in the comments below. If you are new to the channel and you are watching the videos, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. It really does help and it shows your support for the content. Like the video as well. Make sure you click the thumbs up on the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.